Do not comment on this video. After literally demolishing the second temple, we must traverse through this gross swamp. Link picked a terrible day to wear his roller skates. Because my subscribers have come to expect a high level of skill in my playthroughs, I will perform this episode without doing a single Hadouken. Because damn, I'm okay at this game. Welcome back, Pokemon Snipers, to Let's Freakin' Play the Adventures of King DDD, Black Ops. While I'm balls deep in infected gelatin, I would like to take this opportunity to thank my sponsors for nothing. But at least it's a beautiful day for harming monsters. Trivia: on your third playthrough of this game, Solid Link will be wearing a tuxedo. Remember that magic hammer we got? Turns out we didn't need it. The boulder blocking the way to this cave was simply an optical illusion, just like the rest of this cave. The trip through this cave would have been much shorter if we had taken the back entrance, or as Paula Dean likes to call it, the black entrance. If it sounds like I'm sick, that's only because I have eaten too much of my own rhymes for breakfast. Well, you know what they say, behind every great cave is a great woman. You may have noticed the hateful graffiti scribbled on the walls of this cavern, libeling other Nintendo game heroes. I'm sure they would find this great cave offensive. Before exiting this cave, make sure your cat doesn't jump on top of your Nintendo Entertainment System. I would like to congratulate myself for not dying so far. As you may have deduced from the scarcity of dinosaurs, we are on our way to Little Compton, Rhode Island for the 17th annual Lobster Tossing Jamboree. As you can see, the festival is in full swing. The city's roads and houses have been painted white in honor of this year's capital crustacean, the Pacific snow crab. In honor of tradition, the townsfolk will greet you in the old language, as they did hundreds of years ago, by saying hello. Mr. Ernst, who owns the Dude Ranch, invites you to a friend's house for dinner. However, there has been an obvious miscommunication, as this friend will redirect you to a different venue. This tidbit of information, however, will most likely prove to be useless, since Link, because of his religious beliefs, can only take tunnels if they lead to palaces that contain rafts. Well, I would have estimated that the chances of that were approximately 17%. And Link likes his rafts just the way he likes his women. Clueless and apologetic. By jumping up to the second floor window, Link avoids having to take any stairs. This is extremely important because... balls, I spoke too soon. Perhaps this peculiar duck creature will teach us a technique that allows us to harm stairs. And with this new knowledge, we shall jump and press onward. As is customary in all rural fishing villages, it is polite to cast magical spells while leaving the basement of an elder, especially magical spells that would gain the approval of both Van Halen and Criss Cross. Well, you know what they say, you can't spell dyslexia without sexy. While we're on the topic of arthropods, I would suggest that everyone try the Girl Scout Cookie Crunch Bars. I would say that Nestle had a stroke of genius when they added the one thing that Thin Mints were missing: girth. Shoutouts to this month's Let's Player of the Week, Gamer's Tavern Show. If you watch his videos, you might enjoy them. If Droppin' Beats was the flu, this woman's daughter would be sick with it, but instead she just has Kuru. I think it would be a great idea to play this prank. If you're an eccentric millionaire, you know, you've got at least a few $1 million to spend, and you have, for example, a daughter or a relative or a friend that is taking a driver's test. I guess it could be a son, too. People have those, right? So while someone is taking their driver's test, you just hire 20 to 30 professional drivers and give them cars that they can crash. And while this person you know is taking their driver's test, just have all these professional drivers like doing drifts around them and crashing into each other and just, you know, speeding by them and crashing into random stuff, and there's just carnage going on while this person is trying to take their driver's test, especially if it's someone who is nervous about their driver's test. This is where they keep the last Gatorade. And never in my life have I seen dead fish with such accuracy. This bipedal dog with an axe, however, has a hit rate of approximately 0. The arc of these axes, when thrown correctly, is not affected by the force of gravity. Also, when placed, or thrown incorrectly. If this cave were a cave, then this lava would be the magma. And just what do you think is inside this bottle? That's correct, it's the same mayonnaise from Star Tropics. If it were possible to post pictures of your cat to the YouTube comments, I would encourage you to do so. If you're paying very close attention, you might notice that Link's stunt double takes over for this one scene. Not to mention all subsequent scenes. And previous scenes. If you having fish problems, I feel bad for you, son. Home sweet swamp. I'm so glad that's over with. If YouTube subscribers were area codes, I'd be in Des Moines, Iowa. But if YouTube subscribers were stairs, I'd make my videos way worse, if that would even be possible. Any monsters you may encounter on this path are flagged for a neutral zone infraction. But they don't really understand infractions 3/2 of the time. If that joke is approved by our quality control testers, then I'll be surprised. If the town seems different from before, then you are correct, because this is the mirror image of the town's inverse. Well, you know what they say about towns. Go inside all of the houses. Unless one of those houses just so happens to be a Doom house. Speaking of houses, congratulations to Clash Tournament's Mewtwo King for winning the Big House 3. I celebrated by going to work the next day. Hopefully, the old woman's daughter has not died yet. Call me the doctor, because I have a PhD. The water of life. Quick, come with me before it spoils. Suddenly, the old woman disappears without a trace. Or maybe she's just under that table. Probably that. Oddly enough, there are no signs of any sick daughters in this entire building. With this arcane incantation, you will be able to charge the batteries on all of your electronic devices. Note, while using the fairy spell, you can pass through the keyhole of any locked door, which makes this spell seem like it's pretty unfairy. Sorry. And now we shall head to the tomb of the Los Angeles Kings. In the meantime, how is your fantasy football team doing? Mine's okay. Enough talk! It is time to head to the Tomb of Kings, which is straight south of the one that's more important than the others. Wait, no. No, we're not going to King's Tomb, we're going south of King's Tomb, like the man said. Clearly there's nothing here at King's Tomb. Oh, except for this charming old thing. Confirmed! This is indeed King's Tomb, according to that eccentric and senile woman. See ya! That thing got totally pwned. And his friends got like a bite in on me for some revenge. But yes, the jump spell will not jump you high enough for that. Not even high enough to grab the ledge. But now that we can stab downward in the air, damn it, these little things are easier to kill because you don't have to wait until they jump. In general, I play very recklessly, and then once in a while I'll just defeat an enemy flawlessly, like that guy with the bananas. It's kind of the way I play any game. You guys should see me play Mega Man. Like I'll just play like an asshole until I have like 2 health left, and then I'll just perfect the rest of the level, including the boss, and there's a man in that statue. Unconfirmed, could be a woman, or a genderless spirit, but it certainly fights like an idiot. Or am I just a genius? Anyway, until next time, entertain yourselves.